Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Nick's video this time. Nick's video is going to be in regards to players that are amazing in delayed gameplay. I find this video to be really funny because the fact that we even have to make a video like this is pretty funny in itself, but he is correct in the sense of some players in FIFA just counter the inconsistent gameplay. So, for instance, a big example would be Neymar. Neymar is disgusting in bad gameplay. Ronaldinho, even CR7 in bad gameplay. He's still one of the most meta strikers in the game, but his balance definitely affects him a lot, right? So I'm curious to see who he says are the best players to use in delayed gameplay. The things you have to look for mostly when it comes to compensating for the gameplay is acceleration, sprint speed, agility, and balance. And I think Nick has inherited that train of thought nowadays when it comes to players. So I want to see who he brings up in this video.
Guys, it is your boy, and I'm currently a little bit under the weather, but I'm getting a video recorded for you guys today. I just wanted to say a quick shout out to everybody who's been watching the videos on this channel. It's pretty crazy, but the videos on this channel are like going nuts, like crazy amounts of views. So thank you guys.
One of 3 channels that I actually like right now. It's Nick's, Fuji's, and there was another one, and I forgot who it is. Can't think of it right now.
To the people that are watching these videos, to the people that are enjoying these videos, again, a lot of these videos, gameplay-wise.
Second channel. The first channel is like menu stuff. I don't really like the menu stuff, but it's run the foot market, so,
Team-wise, advice-wise, these are my opinions, right? So I am a pretty good FIFA player. I'm not like a pro, but I'm a good FIFA player, and I feel like I use a lot of cards. I try a lot of cards, so I feel like these videos can be helpful to a lot of you guys looking at cards and things like that. So we've got an interesting topic for today's video. And today's video's topic is players that are going to play well in any sort of gameplay. Now, if you guys play FIFA 19, you know that there is delay. Your game may feel different at times. There are so many different conditions with this game that happen as you play it, where you could be on a Friday morning, a Sunday night, and your game could feel 2 different ways. So for me, I wanted to make this video today for you guys, talking about a few players on different kinds of budgets. Like, it's not going to be a budget video. It's just going to be all these players, but some are going to be cheaper than others. And these players, for me, play well in poor gameplay conditions, and obviously they shine in good gameplay conditions. But these are the players that are really the best players on this game to use when the gameplay is bad. Now, what you will see is there's a common thing of me using all these players and the stat of that they have a lot of agility or balance usually, and that's why these cards are so good, because they don't act like sluggish in bad gameplay. So that's what I'm pointing out to you guys. So I want you guys to see that with these cards and understand that's probably why these cards are so good. So guys, again, if you're enjoying the content, drop me a thumbs up. And all these players that I talk about in this team, any version of them is good in bad gameplay. So it doesn't have to be the top version. So we're going to actually go the goalkeeper. David De Gea in any sort of gameplay is fantastic.
Yeah.
Some goalkeepers are wonky.
Best goalie in the game, has a leg save. He does the leg saves. Leg saves are pretty clutch to have. So
if you could get the team of the year, it's even more fantastic, guys, because the team of the year has amazing distribution, has a lot better kicking than his normal card. So you'll find that playing out of the back with this guy is a lot easier than any other goalkeeper you'll use in FIFA. So for me, he was a must recommend at this position. At the center back position, guys, we're going to actually go with 3 center backs that I know off the top of my head. We'll talk about a few others that are possible.
At the top of my head, Cannavaro, Eder Militão. I can't guess the third one.
So the 3 center backs that I really, really enjoyed. Number 1 is going to be Ramos' team of the year. Now, Ramos' gold card, this applies.
If Ramos' rare gold card already has the agility, balance, acceleration, and sprint speed, so his team of the year is going to be equally as disgusting. The only thing is the work rates, whether or not you like the high medium, right?
Right? Because of the agility boost, because of how he is on the ball.
See? Oh, look at the 4 things, right? 96 agility. That means that his transitioning left and right is going to be good. It's going to still be weird in bad gameplay, but he's still going to compensate for that bad gameplay even more.
And when the gameplay is delayed and bad, you'll find this card to be very successful because of his high agility, balance, reactions, and ball control and composure. When you have the combination of those statistics, these are the kind of players that will shine a little bit more in bad gameplay, right? In good gameplay, bad gameplay. There's no true definition about bad gameplay. It's just slower, sluggish gameplay. So I want you guys to understand some cards that you can use. The next player is going to be Cannavaro Moments card. Now, this is my favorite center back on this game right now, outside of Team of the Ramos. The reason why this guy is so good is because he's got low, high work rate, so he's high defensive. And he's got 85 agility, 82 balance, and 91 reactions with the 99 jumping. So he's going to AI or manual really be able to out jump a lot of players, but he's kind of like, he gets around everywhere with the high acceleration.
The only thing I had with this card was his height, right? But the thing is that the biggest requirement that you need with height is the jumping. And sometimes a player like Cannavaro at, I think he's like 5'10", 5'9", right? So he's really short. But if he has 99 jumping, he could compensate for it. The best definition of that actually is when you have Serge Aurier in your team. When you have Serge Aurier in your team, he has pretty much 99 jumping with that Champions League card, right? And he outjumps most players, even the guys who are significantly taller than him, because he has that 99 jumping. The only people that really outjump him is like the Cristiano Ronaldos and the Hullets because of physical presence and stuff. But mostly he's going to win the ball in the air for you. The thing about this Cannavaro card, and I've already discussed this with Nick too, is that it's a requirement to have a physical presence next to him. So if you have like a Laurent Blanc or something, like you kind of need that to compensate for his height, but he's still a very good center back to have in the game, and he will definitely compensate for the bad gameplay because he is 5'9" with good acceleration, balance, and all of that stuff, right? So
Ramos, the reason why this guy is so good is because he's got low-high work rate, so he's high defensive, and he's got 85 agility, 82 balance, and 91 reactions with the 99 jumping. So he's going to AI or manual really be able to out jump a lot of players, but he's kind of like, he gets around everywhere with the high acceleration and the combination of the acceleration and the agility.
Acceleration in FIFA is more important than sprint speed. It depends on the situation, obviously, but you want acceleration and sprint speed mostly on the wings, right? But even your strikers, like your sprint speed doesn't really matter that much, depending on the meta. Obviously, and pace matters everywhere, but having acceleration is what allows you to transition quickly, right? So them having the acceleration
does a lot
is
for
really
people's
good.
teams in that regard. Next up on the bench,
Eder Militao, yeah.
we're going to go with Eder Militao. Now, this guy has phenomenal
Disgusting. 91 acceleration, 86 sprint speed, 90 agility, 80 balance.
agility and balance, and really good acceleration. And this guy, in any gameplay condition, is a very good player. He does the job for a lot of people in bad, good. Doesn't matter the type of gameplay. This guy is a very, very good center back. So I wanted you guys to understand, this guy for me is more of a budget guy. Like, this is a guy that you guys could afford. Maybe it's for some people that don't have a ton of coins. This is a card that you need to try out. Very, very,
Him with Alex Telge.
very good this FIFA. Pretty much does well in any type of gameplay, no matter how bad, no matter how good. And then, obviously, there's one more player that I did want to put in this video that I feel like does do good in bad gameplay, and that's David Luiz.
Flashback.
Guys,
though.
I have Laurent
Has
Blanc's
to be
prime, and
flashback.
even in bad gameplay, he's not great.
Flashback.
Like, he's really not that good. Even
has
in
to
bad
be.
gameplay, he's not that good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then David Luiz obviously has
It has to be the flashback, but not everyone has that card, right? So
really good agility, good acceleration, and he's got a lot of good statistics that make him a pretty good player. A pretty good player, guys, when the gameplay is not the hottest. I know we all experience these conditions at times, so that's why I wanted to get this video out for you guys, so you guys could understand some players that feel a little bit less clunky when the gameplay is not as good. So at the right back position, and it's actually not my favorite right back this year, but I would say Joao Cancelo's one's to watch.
he's missing a lot of things. He's no Ferland Mendy. Ferland Mendy is a god in this game.
And the reason why I think he's there is because he's got high agility and high sprint speed.
Yes.
So again, right?
He'll move around the pitch really nicely. He has the short passing, the long passing, and 90 curve, which is very, very important for fullbacks, especially if you play the 4-2-3-1, right? So very, very good right back. Hard link with Cristiano Ronaldo as well. So
seeing this combination of statistics of a lot of these guys who are up here for me have that really high agility / balance combination. That's why they end up making them. That's why they make it into this squad for me of players that do well.
Oh, thank God.
When the gameplay is bad. The next guy that I want to talk about is Ferland Mendy.
yeah.
In my opinion, is the best left back in FIFA 19. 86 agility, 86 balance, 95 acceleration, 92 sprint speed,
5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves.
5-star weak foot. Right. So this guy under pressure, when he's doing his turns and things like that.
He's so stupid. Every time I have him in the draft, he's disgusting.
This guy is going to beat a lot of harsh conditions for you guys. I'm telling you right now. I know this for a fact. He's going to beat the bad gameplay conditions. So definitely, this is a
I'm curious to see who he puts in the attack.
must use. Both for me and so far in this video. Ramos, Cannavaro, Mendy, and Militao. If you guys could try any of those cards, if you do experience a lot of delay constantly, those are players that I really, really, really enjoy, guys. I'm telling you right now, those are players that I really,
You need this though.
really, really enjoy. So we'll definitely try to get your hands on those if you guys can. Let's talk about the midfield. So when gameplay's bad, a guy like Paul Pogba isn't that good.
No.
I have to be realistic with
And
you
I use him in my team right now. He's definitely right in that for sure. His agility and balance is very noticeable.
guys. Like it's just got to be a thing. When gameplay is not that good, he can't be in my squad.
He's also, in regards to cheaper options, the only real option you can put in the CDM position just because of his physicality, his height, right? Those things all matter. So that's why I still use Pogba even now. I would use Pogba over Conte because of how important height is. I don't like Conte in FIFA. Although he transitions well and he moves around the pitch nicely, his height is his biggest downfall as a midfielder.
This guy that we're going to talk about in the central midfield is Modric's team of the year.
Yes.
This guy is fantastic. I wouldn't probably use any other version, but when gameplay's bad, he's high.
And the fact that they changed him to a high work rate instead of a high medium is what really makes his card. I remember playing a draft with Modric. Modric is disgusting in this game.
High work rates, 99 agility, 99 balance, 99 vision, 99 interceptions, right? Very good. You could also talk about Ruud Gullit, right? Ruud Gullit gets in this team. For me, Patrick Vieira doesn't get in this team. When gameplay's awful, Patrick Vieira is stuck on the ball.
Laurent Blanc over Patrick Vieira, actually, when gameplay's bad.
He's not good in that
But when gameplay's good, Patrick Vieira is a wall.
regard. So for me, I don't put Patrick Vieira in this team because of that reason. Another player that I want to give you guys to look into and potentially use in bad gameplay conditions is Kevin De Bruyne. Right? These are players that I have used
team of the year, though. Yeah, see, that's the thing. This is why I don't really mention these cards that much, because it has to be team of the year, right?
The Footmas card.
He has a Footmas card.
And he offers a lot to his card. I really, really do enjoy his card, guys. And I feel like when my gameplay is bad, he's
It's not enough, man. That team of the year, though, that team of the year is stupid good.
able to maneuver in different ways.
It's not enough, but it's still a good player, right? If you gave him a Hunter card, you would give him the pace boost and whatnot, but you'll still feel that dribbling not being, like, super responsive when your gameplay doesn't feel that great, right?
That other cards can't. And the
But he'll
reason
still
why,
play
guys,
well.
his
He'll still
agility is
play
not that high, his
better.
balance is not that high.
He'll still play better than most cams in the game, right?
His body type in this FIFA is different than a lot of other players.
Yeah.
Where he's got this strong built body type. You know, that
Like a legend. Icons, they do the same thing to icons where they give them stockish builds, right?
makes him this way. And that's why I think it's worth mentioning him in this video. Now, I have Michael Ballack in my club, and Ballack is a player that a lot of you guys might expect me to put into this video.
Which one?
I'm not putting him in this video, guys. And the reason for that is because I don't feel like he does the job. Right? I feel like he's too clunky when gameplay's bad. Now,
This card's
I have not
disgusting.
experienced using this card, but
This card is so stupid. He doesn't have agility and balance, but his pace makes up for his lack of agility and balance. And then his passing stats, right, for him, for some reason, is God tier. This is a joke, by the way. It's for Sergio Busquets. Are you kidding me? 80 passing.
this is a card that may be good in bad gameplay. His
is.
agility and balance are bad.
Yes.
But he's got very high acceleration
As a CDM, he's a god.
and very high sprint speed. So I wanted to talk about this card with you guys today
Yes.
because I felt like this is a card that
The
would
pace really compensates for the lack of agility and balance, especially for the CDM position.
survive bad gameplay. Obviously, another card that we're going to talk about is N'Golo Kante, any version, right? Very tiny, but effective, right? It's going to be running all around the field the whole game
Yeah.
and really pestering the opponent, right?
That's the height, though.
That's what you want. This guy has good agility, great balance, great acceleration. So you've got a lot of stats with that card that are going to make him a successful player when the gameplay is stiff or when the gameplay is not as good. Another player that I would actually put into this video that is an SBC, and again, you're not going to be able to unlock it at this point, but Arturo Vidal, man. What a card this is, guys. Like,
He has a
and
nice
when the gameplay is
card, yeah.
bad, he is very good.
This is a great balance. If you use him, I wouldn't necessarily use him as a center mid per se, but as a CDM with medium work rates, because I think that's what he has. He's a really good card. Really good card. My buddy actually has Flashback Vidal, and I tried him out in his he has like a hybrid Barcelona team. Right, he's got like Ronaldinho and stuff in the team and everything, and he had Vidal in the team, and this guy's transitioning left and right is really good. And why? Because his acceleration compensates. Well, no, it doesn't even have to compensate because everything else is very good, right? But he has a higher acceleration than sprint speed. If he was 77 acceleration, right, with 84 sprint speed, he would be good still, but he wouldn't be as good. The 84 acceleration with decent agility and balance in terms of a balance, because then he's basically going to be like a good center back, right? Transitioning left and right really nicely. And that's what he's going to be able to do for you.
I've played against him in 3 times this last weekend during delay, and he was fantastic. He's got a combination of stats that just make him really good in this game. And that's what it's
And I think he has a weak foot too.
about, finding the cards that in delay are good because of a certain combination of unique statistics. That's really like the terminology of all of it. So that's why I like to talk about these guys. and bring you guys a video like this today on some players that are good in bad gameplay. Now, a player that I want to talk about that might have made this video, that almost did actually, was Royce. And I didn't put Royce in this video, guys, because Royce for me is still a little stiff when the gameplay is bad. Now, here's the #1 player in FIFA when the gameplay is bad.
You better believe it.
The best player in FIFA, in my opinion, because he survives any format of gameplay.
You better believe it.
Neymar's team of the year is just a different wave, guys, of amazingness this year.
Yep.
He's absolutely fantastic. Couldn't recommend another card to you guys if you're playing on a lot of delay. 99 agility, 99 acceleration, 98 vision.
This guy compensates, man.
Guys, this card plays way over what the card stats say it does. I'm telling you guys, if you can try one card this whole year, Neymar's team of the year, any version of Neymar, even the gold Neymar. If you guys use gold Neymar, Neymar's gold is fantastic. Right? Very good card. Another card we're going to talk about is Eden Hazard. I believe that he does beat bad.
What I did in my main team, even right now, is I actually had to sell Van Dijk because I was using Ousmane Dembele on the left side, but you need a right-footed player on the left side because of those stupid first-time shots that are really effective. But Eden Hazard moves around the pitch really, really nicely. I definitely enjoy using him. I had really bad gameplay the other day, but he was compensating a little bit for it. But if I got even a higher-up version of it, I think it would be even better.
Gameplay, and he does do well under bad conditions. I think that's another really good card. Another player that I would mention for this video that I have not had the time to try out, Vinicius Jr. Now he's got a future.
This card is, I use this card in draft. This card in draft is disgusting. He's basically like the shittier version of Neymar, but Neymar is like a god. So this guy's like a demigod, you know, like a demigod, semigod. You know what I mean? Like this card is sick, man. I think he's 4-star, 5-star as well. So I think he has a 4-star weak foot with 5-star skills. But the thing about Neymar though, right, is that 5-star weak foot makes a huge difference, man.
4-stars card, 99 agility, 97 sprint speed, right? 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 5-star skills. This guy could probably do very well if you're playing with a lot of delay,
100%.
a lot of ugly gameplay.
Oh, yeah.
I think you got to point out in this video as well, guys, Ronaldinho. I think Ronaldinho has to be in this video. I just used his loan. I had terrible gameplay last weekend. Very good, right? Because he's got
his icon moments card, best card in the game. It's this
combination of agility, strength, and acceleration. That kind of stuff with 5-star skills or 5-star weak foot can do a team really, really, really solid.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I would say. Now, right mid is
I wouldn't even put this guy into consideration with the rest of them. It has to be the team of the year for that one.
Interesting, because right mid has a lot of different players. For me, guys, the first one that we're going to go with is Lionel Messi.
Yes.
Now, Messi's all of Messi
has to be team of the year. Well, you can use the rare golds, but there's certain things you're lacking. The stamina, how dare they disrespect the stamina on Lionel Messi, man? How dare they?
Special versions are very good in bad gameplay. This year it works. Last year it wasn't.
Stamina is not something they should take into consideration of bringing into real life into FIFA. A player you should be able to play with for the majority of the game. And then if you need to make a sub based off of who you think would offer more, like, I'm not saying they shouldn't be like tired, right? But if they're at half stamina, you'd prefer to have a full stamina player. So you'd still want to make your sub. But this card in general, he just dies really quickly, right? This team of the year card though is ridiculously good in this game.
As good in bad gameplay, but because he's so tiny, and he's nimble, and he has the ability.
Boom, 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 dude! I substituted him. There was a game I was playing at Foot Champs this weekend where I was 0-0 against this one guy, and it was I have the loan card of Messi, and I don't even have a chemistry style on him. And it was a kickoff goal, but the dribbling that Messi did to score the goal, I feel like I don't have the footage because. Foot Champs, but Lionel Messi was dribbling really, really, really fast and close encounters to score the opportunity, right? So, really, really good card.
To maneuver in tight spaces, he gets into this video, right? 5'7", but the 93 agility, the 97 balance, he's got those statistics that make him very good when the game is slow. So I would say Messi's a player that if
hey guys, do you guys want to enjoy the game? Make sure you spend a lot of money on it.
You're experiencing a lot of delay, you got to try out. Now, the next up is interesting. I've got him I'm going to go with Kylian Mbappe, but
has to be team of the year. I do not like this. I don't like the 91 or below. I don't give a shit about his rare golds card. This card right here is the truth. I don't like his other cards though. I don't like his other cards. And it's funny too because you could slap a sniper on him, but his dribbling still won't feel obviously it won't feel anywhere near to this card, but it's still not there, you know?
If it's not anywhere over the gold, like if you're using the gold is not great in bad gameplay.
Yep.
if you can get any special version of Mbappe, it is very good in bad gameplay. So that's why I just wanted to point that out to you guys.
This card is stupid in this game, by the way. This game is the most pay-to-win one yet, 100%. It's always been pay-to-win, but to a certain extent. In older FIFAs, you could possibly win because you can... Here's the thing, right? You're missing so many stats, so many specifics with meta cards that, like, skill would only be involved in FIFA when you have similar teams, 1 versus 1, similar teams, right? When you have the meta you require. I always told people this, right? And it's the same thing like with the World Cup mode when it came out, right? I always told people that, like, I don't... Because people would still... This is what the FIFA community does, and I don't like that the FIFA community does this. If you have a God Squad, why are you going into a game and then saying, "Oh my God, this guy has an amazing team"? Bro, you have an amazing team. As long as you have what you need, it doesn't matter what the other opponent has. You just need what you need. If you have your meta, that's what I was saying. In the World Cup mode, when I had my meta, it was over. I never lost in that World Cup game mode because the pay-to-win aspect is so big, man. The moment I got Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Pele, Maradona, like all these types of cards, it's your gameplay is different, right? These cards are just ridiculous. They offer you so much. There's so many things you have to take into consideration when you're using low-tier cards. Work rates, pace, physical, dribbling, right? There's certain things you cannot do even if you wanted to because you have to compensate for what that card is. You don't have to compensate when you have like these types of players. They have everything you need them to do to be good. Cannavaro lacking the height. De Bruyne has the team of the year, but Messi lacking the height, but he has the dribbling to make up for it. Modric lacking the height, but he has everything else to make up for it. Stuff like that, you know?
Let you guys know that this is a guy that I would support or use when the game is not good. You've got players like Bale and Aubameyang, right, at this right wing position that are
garbage. Only usable in good gameplay, but I stress that so much. Only usable in good gameplay, and or you are one of those losers that like to do those flick up crosses or El Tornado crosses, and then you have Gareth Bale winning that ball in the air for you because he's a god in the air, and the defenders don't respond well to those far post crosses. Then yeah, sure, but for you, if you use any of those mechanics.
Are very good players on FIFA.
Even manual goalkeeping. I hate manual goalkeeping, but because right now first-time shots are so effective, it's still required in the game. But I still hate manual goalkeeping with the deepest passion, right? But I digress.
But for me, when the game is bad, are basically shit.
Yeah.
And so that's the reality of this video. There's going to be some players that don't make this video because in bad gameplay, they're not amazing. Now,
exactly.
This is an interesting one. Cristiano Ronaldo is a very, very topical player.
Balance is terrible in bad gameplay. Very noticeable, but still the best striker, or the minimum best striker in the game.
For this video, he's not going to be in my video. Unless it's the Team of the Year card, guys, it's not in my video. And the reason for that is because he's got dog crap balance. And so every time
very noticeable in bad gameplay.
Play against this card in bad gameplay, his touches are awful. He feels like a truck.
Yeah.
He's not actually in my video.
But he's still the bare minimum striker. That's why I was saying all the strikers in this game suck because Ronaldo's the bare minimum, you know.
For that reason. Now this is my opinion part, right? But first guy I'm gonna go with is Eusebio. I got the honor to use him in bad gameplay the other day. Crazy. I had the prime, any version of Eusebio, right? Balanced. The baby version is fantastic. I watched the bigger YouTuber the other day use the baby version. His gameplay's awful, and Eusebio's crazy, right? Because he's got all these great statistics that work in bad gameplay. He's got the high...
His gameplay is awful, but he's a good player.
Balance, high agility. Another guy that we're going to put in here is Cruyff, right? Cruyff just came out with a moments card.
Cruyff's a ton of fun. I use him in draft already. Loved using him. The balance doesn't matter because
well in bad gameplay. Another guy, because he's 5-star, offers a lot of great stuff in bad gameplay, right? On the bench, I'm going to throw in Hullet, guys, because you know Hullet is good in any gameplay condition.
Disgusting card.
R9 is also another player that is fantastic in bad gameplay.
I have yet to try out this card this year.
Feels like a truck, right? He does have a lot of other stats that make up for it and make him feel very, 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 very good in this game. Suarez, for me, doesn't get in. Henry doesn't get in.
No.
So those guys I'm not going to be including in this video. Somebody that I would definitely try out, guys, if I had some coins, if I were you, is Butragueno. Butragueno is a very good player to play with when the game is slow.
Never tried him.
Because he's so tiny with high acceleration and high agility stats, he does very well when the gameplay conditions are not at the top level, right? So he's going to overcome some of the gameplay conditions that would limit another player. There's a few other players that I would mention in this video. Crespo's a close one.
Yeah.
There's some players like on that level of icons that are really good. Any striker, guys, with high agility and high strength and high acceleration is going to beat bad gameplay. So that's for me like kind of what I define it as usually.
Yeah.
And that's how I would usually label it. I've been using this Aguero in some delay games, and he's been really good. I don't know what his balance
has to be that card.
Balance
though.
is 92, acceleration
Has to
89,
be that
agility is
card.
86. So when the game is really slow and bad, he still does well. A big part about a lot of these players that you'll notice is not only the high agility, high acceleration statistics, but what they also do, guys, is they give you high, usually ball control, first touch, passing. A lot of these players in this team play pretty. So when the game is slow, you don't have to rely on, you can deal with the delay because their passes are crisp and good enough. So that's what I want to put on this video. Guys, thanks for watching the videos recently. I really appreciate the support. Let me know if there's any players.
Good video. Very good video. Yeah, he was pretty bang. That's like the generic in regards to like which players play well in bad gameplay, because except for this card, I would not put this card. Everything else I do agree with. They'll still sometimes do that like, well, I'm losing balance because it's just a stupid animation in FIFA in general, but yeah, it's a pretty accurate video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, he wasn't really wrong on any of the cards. He's right in explaining that the acceleration, sprint speed, agility, and balance are the biggest stats you have to look for when it comes to players. Sometimes for certain cards, even like Ronaldo, that's why Ronaldo's a bare minimum. Even though his balance is really bad, his other stats compensate for his bad balance, but he's not good in bad gameplay, right? He still is. He's still the best option, right? But he's still not up to par, because in bad gameplay, his balance is the most noticeable thing in the world, and it's super annoying to deal with. But if you use Kylian Mbappe at striker in bad gameplay, he's disgusting. So that's pretty much in regards to the video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.